Goeiedag, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world.
I've been looking around for salvation. I've been looking around for the truth. All around me I see frustration, and I looked all over till I found you. I sit and listen to your stories, and you're telling me, please don't worry. There's a lot in this world you should know, and love in life is where you should go. If you're looking for somewhere to go, if you're looking for someone to know, if you're looking for someone to guide you, then love in life will guide you. I know that life outside is so hard.
Goeiedag, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Well, this is a really disturbing time as far as I'm concerned on Jarrett's walk. He's going through the Great Karroo. I did have contact with him last night at, I think he was still at Colesberg, but he's now on the route to Beaufort West, so he's walking, so I'm not sure how the reception is going to be. I did try and contact him 15 minutes ago and was unable to, but that could be just the reception. I'll just show you exactly where Jarrett has walked over the last couple of months, just this walk of faith. It's quite extraordinary. Okay, there's a map of South Africa. Jarrett's walk started over here near Pietermaritzburg. This is in KwaZulu-Natal. Just to bring context, you can see there's the east coast of South Africa. So he started here, and he's walked around this area here with Edward, and at about this point here, they got their support vehicle, which is something that the Loving Life family helped happen. And then they continued on their route to Bloemfontein over here, and just south of Bloemfontein at Edensburg there was a major breakup. I'm not going to go into the details. There's a video covering that separately, but as a result, Edward said he's going to walk alone, and the guy in the car went off with Edward, leaving Jarrett basically stranded in Edinburgh. And Jarrett said, look, I'm going to continue with the walk. And he's come from Edinburgh, he's walked all this way past Jarrett Dam. He reached Colesberg, as I mentioned a moment ago. Now, he's actually kitting this stretch of road here between Colesberg, there's Colesberg, and Beaufort West. It's 320 kilometers. 320 kilometers. There are two little towns on the way. There's Hanover over here, and there's Richmond. And then you've got this little area called Three Sisters and Nelspruit. But he's going to have to spend literally nights camping in the bush on his way along the stretch of road. This is going through the Great Karroo, a very isolated area in South Africa. I am extremely concerned about how he's going to manage it, but if we zoom in, we can see there's an alternative route, which is something I did talk to him about, but I believe he's going to be taking the N1, which is the main route. And if you do see this fellow pulling or pushing a little blue trolley with his bag on top of it, please do stop and just give him some, if nothing else, just give him some verbal support. Just say, keep it up, because this is going to be the kicker. This piece of road here between Colesberg and Beaufort West. I just don't feel good about it, but you know, he's made that decision. He's going to do the walk, and I respect him for that. Let's see if I can get Jarrett now, because I couldn't a short while ago. Okay, as you can see, I'm having problems getting hold of Jarrett. He's probably in an area where there's no reception. I would suggest that's what it is. But look, I'm just going to ask everyone who watches this live stream to please pray for Jarrett, because this is a walk of faith. He's got no support vehicle. He's doing this alone. If he's got no reception on his phone, there's no one he can contact. Now, Malina has been his point of contact if there have been issues after the split happened at Edinburgh. But, you know, this poor guy is literally walking over 300 kilometers without, yeah, it's the isolation, and the Great Karroo is a very, very rugged part. It's rather like going through Arkansas or you know, really desolate parts of the USA. It's or like here in Australia, like going through the middle of Australia, where it's just dry and desolate. And yeah, look, I'm just going to give Jarrett one more go. And of course, I'll be continuing to contact him after this live stream, because I'm very worried about the guy. But let's just give him a call again. Yeah, that's exactly right, Jack. That's what worries me too, because he can't charge his phone either. This is why I'm absolutely furious about what happened in Edinburgh. I'll tell you something, that these guys, and remember that Edward is the guy who's experienced in walking around South Africa. These guys left Howick in KwaZulu-Natal with tackies that didn't fit properly. They had no support vehicle. They had nothing. Loving Life came to their aid, organized new tackies for them in Ladysmith. The family organized a support vehicle for them going through the Free State. And then one of these guys basically took off, not only with the support vehicle, but with Jarrett's share of the money. I am just, I am just furious about how this has gone. Now, I'm going to just give Jarrett one more last go, and then I'm going to shut off this live stream, and I'll just keep on trying to contact Jarrett and send him messages. All right, I'm believing that this is because he's in a reception area that there's no reception, and that's very probable because he's in this incredibly isolated area on his way to Beaufort West. Okay, it says Jarrett Onions is not online. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, but I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to wrap up this live stream because I don't want to keep on just trying if he's in a dead spot when it comes to reception. I will let you know what's happening if and when I get information, but please, all I'm asking you to do is to pray for Jarrett over this strip because it's very, very dangerous and it's very wild. And he hasn't got a support vehicle. That's been taken from him. I'm going to go no further than that. All I'm going to say is, please, guys, remember to register on lovinglifetv.com to be kept informed. We are leaving the YouTube platform because it's just become a censorship city. They stop anything they don't like you saying, and it's getting more and more feral. I'm pleased we started doing this transition off YouTube about 6 months ago. Our lovinglifetv.com webpage now offers a whole bunch of things. You've got my videos going up there every day. You've got a forum which is growing very, very fast where you can put in articles or you can respond to articles covering a range of topics related to South Africa. We've got contributing channels, i.e. other YouTube channels that will be joining us with their videos on there. And of course, these again relate to South Africa. And the types of videos that YouTube pull down, because they call them medical misinformation as an example, will be going up only on lovinglifetv.com, because there we have no censorship by big tech. So please register on lovinglifetv.com. You can see it, the website address right below my finger there. Please do that as soon as possible. In the near future, we'll be starting to send out daily emails of the updates that we do across the board on lovinglifetv.com. And there'll be a whole range of new things coming up each day related to South Africa. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just going to give Jarrett one last try. Just in case he's found an area with its reception. No, nothing. Yeah, I think cyber editing, I think that's right. I think he's in a zone where there's no coverage. I think that's a problem. But my gosh, what a walk of faith going 300 kilometers through the Great Karroo with just a couple of little stops on the way. If anyone happens to be going through that way and you see this young fellow, as I said before, please stop and give him words of encouragement. He is determined to walk. He won't get in a car. He's determined to walk all the way. And he's happy to camp out in the bush. But if he'd had a support vehicle, the support vehicle could have taken him to the next town. They could have found somewhere to sleep and then could have taken him back to the point where they stopped the previous evening. This is why I am just absolutely furious about how this whole walk has gone. But it is what it is. All right, guys. Tonight at 8 p.m. Johannesburg time, I'm talking to Ron Thompson, and we're going to be talking about his time as a game warden in Rhodesia back in the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s. It's going to be very interesting because he's also going to be talking about how these NGOs, you know, the conservation NGOs, are completely destroying Africa's wildlife. All right.